Good morning. It's Saturday, August 3rd. I'm Jessica Formoso in the Fox 5 newsroom. Thank you for joining us live on the Fox local app. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin revoking a plea deal for the alleged mastermind of the September 11 terror attacks and his accomplices. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and the other two men will not escape the death penalty as previously promised. The initial deal had all three men pleading guilty to their roles in the attacks in exchange for life behind bars. And the suspect accused of shooting two NYPD sergeants is being held without bail. Joshua Dorsett is facing several charges, including attempted murder. Dorsett allegedly shot the officers during a robbery at a Chinatown mahjong parlor. Both officers are expected to be okay. Checking the forecast today, another hot one. Tonight, chance of showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, another threat of stormy weather. Now to an exclusive you'll only see right here on Fox 5. We were the only TV crew along for what police are calling the takedown of some of the most violent gang members that they have seen. Lisa Evers was there and has the exclusive with members of the NYPD.
Police say you're a trigger puller. Is that no, I love you. I love you. I love you. We're here at a secret undercover location in the Bronx where NYPD detectives are getting ready to launch a manhunt for nearly 24 gang members wanted for serious felonies, including murder. It's a Lisa Evers exclusive. It's before dawn on Wednesday, but NYPD detectives from the Gun Violence Suppression Division, called GVSD for short, are joined by detectives from Bronx precincts and warrant squads for this important mission. Their mission? Stopping the reign of terror caused by teens, young men, and a few women who engage in running gun battles with their opposition or ops at all hours of the day and night.
These cases are the single most impactful reason that shootings trend downwards.
The targets are 20 members of the Slattery gang based out of Slattery Playground in the Fordham section of the Bronx. Investigators say they're responsible for more than a dozen shootings and attempted murders.
It's almost like they were competing with each other to see who could shoot more times.
The Slattery crew, also known by other names like Slaughtery and S-Block, allegedly took aim at their main opponents or ops, other young people. Investigators say the hatred is fueled by inflammatory disses about murdered ops and drill raps posted on social media. That's aspiring drill rapper Nate Benz, who police say is one of the gang leaders. The average age of the case subjects is 20. Teen girls are trigger pullers too, like the shooter in this video. For takedown leader, Detective Brandon Ravello, it's personal. This is where he grew up. A lot of the subjects are wanted for being active trigger pullers, so they're asking us to put on these bulletproof vests before we go out to the locations. Right now, the detectives are inside the building, going into the apartment where they have a search warrant to apprehend the suspect. Sergeant Christopher Neal is in constant communication with team members, making sure everyone gets in and out safely.
Takedowns of this magnitude have a profound impact on the community.
A female suspect who's 8 months pregnant is brought out in handcuffs from an apartment. Bronx District Attorney Darcel Clark announced a 176-count conspiracy indictment against the alleged gang members.
We are laser focused on making sure that we keep the public safe.
This is one of the most violent crews that I've seen. Today, I think, is a victory for the community.
So you're not a trigger puller?
No, I don't pull no triggers.
Now, no matter how bad it looks, defendants are innocent until they're proven guilty. In the Bronx, I'm Lisa Evers, Fox 5 News.
The U.S. is boosting its military presence in the Middle East. This goal is to protect Israel and its U.S. troops from a possible attack by Iran and their allies. The Defense Department says they will move a fighter jet squadron and maintain an aircraft carrier in the region. The Pentagon is also bringing extra ballistic missile defense weapons. U.S. officials are concerned about escalating violence in the region in response to Israeli airstrikes that killed a Hamas and a Hezbollah leader. The Justice Department suing TikTok and its China-based owner ByteDance, saying the popular video sharing platform allowed kids to create accounts without their parents' permission, along with collecting the personal information of kids under 13. Fox 5 Duarte Geraldino breaks down the details of the lawsuit.
TikTok boasts around 170 million U.S. users, many of them minors like Demetrius Austin's preteen sisters.
The government's saying that a lot of times these systems make it possible for kids to get accounts without parents' permission, and then you don't know what they're posting.
You don't know what they're posting and what they're looking at, because like I said, anything they watching or hearing got a big effect to their brain.
The Department of Justice's lawsuit alleges TikTok and its China-based parent company violated a federal law requiring kid-oriented apps and websites to get parental consent before collecting the personal information of children under 13. According to the complaint, the DOJ is also accusing TikTok of failing to comply with parents' requests to delete their children's accounts and information. TikTok released a statement on X saying, "We disagree with these allegations, many of which relate to past events and practices that are factually inaccurate or have been addressed. We are proud of our efforts to protect children, but that's little consolation for Rocca James."
Only I post my kids on my page. My kids don't have no TikTok. They're not going to get no TikTok. I'm not going to start a TikTok for them.
The Federal Trade Commission started reviewing issues related to this case back in 2019 after reaching a $5.7 million settlement with TikTok's predecessor, Musical.ly, also for violating the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. At that time, it was the largest fine in the law's more than 20-plus year history. Pedram Tabibi is a social media legal scholar.
This is a significant lawsuit, which could stand to subject TikTok to billions of dollars in fines and injunctive relief. It may change the way that TikTok approaches children's privacy and data going forward.
And this lawsuit is happening at the same time that ByteDance, which is TikTok's parent company, is fighting a new law that would force it to sell all of TikTok's U.S. assets by January 19th or be banned. On the Lower East Side, Duarte Geraldino, Fox 5 News.
Tenants in Long Island City rallying outside their rent-stabilized apartments, demanding their elevators get fixed. Tenants say they've been facing elevator problems for months now at the building off Barton Avenue. They say that now, in the middle of an extreme heat wave, it's critical that repairs be made immediately.
Earlier this week, a few days ago, for the high-rise, all 3 elevators were out of service, leaving tenants no way up or down except using the stairwell. That's up 38 flights of steps, and in this heat, for people who are elderly or physically unable to do so, that's a tall order to ask of them.
The management company released a statement saying in part that they're waiting on parts to fix the elevator, but it is a priority and they appreciate the patience of residents while they make the repairs. A warning from police tonight for people who live in Scarsdale. Their homes are being targeted by burglars. As Fox 5 Richard Yurkovitz tells us, they're camouflaging high-tech technology to break into homes.
On a private street in the affluent Scarsdale Village, police say a homeowner in their backyard doing some gardening found something they knew didn't belong in the bushes.
It's concerning, just that, we feel that there's no more privacy with something like that.
In a warning to residents, police say that a homeowner on Bradford Road found a hidden surveillance camera that appeared to be camouflaged in the shrubbery this week.
It's really scary to know that somebody's actually doing this.
Scarsdale police believe that this incident is part of a nationwide trend where thieves disguise cameras on private property to watch when the homeowners come and go. A live feed of sorts that allows burglars to break in. This robbery spree has stretched from the East Coast to the West Coast, with the FBI issuing warnings about theft groups using this tactic. This is a hidden camera disguised inside a plant from a case in California. Did it concern you at all when you heard it?
No, because I always lock my doors.
Cops have been stepping up patrols in the village all week and reminding residents to keep your doors and windows locked, turn on your alarm system if you go away or when you're sleeping, and keep the perimeter of your home well lit.
I'm a single mother with a baby, and if I live locally, it would be kind of scary. And we don't know where else this is happening.
Scarsdale police say they searched other properties here in this neighborhood along Bradford Road, but found no other devices. But as they step up those patrols, they want residents to be on the lookout for any suspicious activity or camera that doesn't belong. And if you see anything, report it to Scarsdale police at 914-722-1200. We're in the village of Scarsdale. Richard Giacobas, Fox 5 News.
A final check of the forecast today, another hot one. Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, another threat of stormy weather.